Now that we've solved all the equations and found all of our values, we can draw the graphs of x sub 1 of t, x sub 2 of t, a sub 1 of t, and a sub 2 of t. Let's start with x sub 1 of t. So we know that x sub 1 of t starts at 100. It has an initial condition of 100. And the velocity, so this is the initial point of x sub 1 of t, and then we have a plus 5t. So we know that this is the velocity. Therefore, we start here, and it goes up to 105 at 2 seconds. And if it continues, it will go up to 110 at 3 seconds. And this is the graph of x1 of t. Now we know that x sub 2 of t has an initial condition of starting at 0.3, and it does not have an initial velocity. However, it does have an acceleration of 2 meters per second. Therefore, we can start with x sub 2 of t at 3, and given that it accelerates at 2 meters per second, we can say that it goes up to 5. And then if it were to continue, we can see that it would go up to 7 at 3. So it forms a rectilinear line like this. And that's the graph of x sub 2 of t. Now for a sub 1 of t, we know that the velocity of x sub 1 of t is 5 meters per second, and it has no acceleration. So the graph would look like this. Constant at 5. Similar to the graph of x sub 2 of t, the graph of a sub 2 of t showing the acceleration of x2 would look like this. 1, 2, 3. The acceleration starts at 3 and it accelerates at 2 meters per second. So we would have here 5 and 7. And you see that we have a rectilinear line as the graph of a sub 2 of t.